Hello and welcome to this brand new edition of Commodity Talk. This is Shivendra Kumar and I have with me Mr. Anuj Kumar Gupta, Director at Ya Wealth Global Research. Hello, Mr. Gupta. Great to have you with us after a long time.
Yeah. Hello, sir. Shivendra ji. Hello. How are you?
I'm good, sir. How are you?
Fine, sir.
Okay, so let us start. We will be discussing about oil, crude oil, which has been on a slippery slope of late. Uh, just wanted to understand the current trends. Uh, so here is my first question to you. Uh, Crude oil prices fell in August, and so far they have been down in September too. What is the price outlook for September and the rest of the month?
Shivendra ji, if you check that there are lots of ifs and buts with the crude oil, and even we have seen that India is also bearing some tariffs due to the oil also. So Trump do not want that we import crude from the Russia, and after that we have this tariff pressure on Indian economy. So if you check that there are lots of concerns and lots of reasons that we have seen a sharp momentum in the crude oil prices. Before this month April, we saw geopolitical tension, and after that we saw that crude prices tested the high of $70 per barrel, and after that we saw that in the month of July and August, OPEC plus member increased production sharply, and after that we saw that
Right.
crude prices corrected and test the low of $58 per ounce. And now if you check the current, it is trading around $63 per barrel, which is it's almost the range bound. But if we check the crude oil prices, it is trading between a very tight range of
Narrow
$58 per
range, yeah.
barrel to $70 per barrel. So overall, the trend of the crude is sideways. But yes, it's totally depend on the geopolitical tension. It also depends on the OPEC plus member in the coming meeting, which will held on the Sunday. And in this meeting we are expecting that OPEC plus member will increase the production to increase their market share. Right now, all the economies, all the countries who are producing the crude oil, they are fight to increase their market share in the terms of crude oil production. So we have seen that Russia is also producing, increase their production. OPEC plus members also increase their production. UAE is also increase their production, and also US is also increase their production, because they are expecting that India, along with Europe, along with China, they are importing crude in a very heavy weight. So they are even giving the discount to the consumers, just like India, Europe, and China, and they are all in the line to provide the supplies to the crude oil to these countries.
Okay, so do you see that $70 threshold to continue for September, or can it go upwards or probably slip more given the current situation that we are in?
See, only the geopolitical tension will escalate the crude oil prices. But if you check that Russia and Ukraine now on a cool time, and after the meeting of 15th of August, now they are not like to start war. They are in a ceasefire mode. So expecting that, as there is no geopolitical tension and not looking further any geopolitical tension, so we are expecting that there is a threshold of $70 per barrel in the crude oil. But yes, OPEC plus members are expected to increase the production. And yesterday also we saw that the US inventory also increased by 2.4 million barrel per day. So it means the production of the crude oil is increased in US, and also OPEC plus member is also increasing the product. So here the supplies are enough, but geopolitical tension is not there. So that's why we are not expecting so much rise in the crude oil prices, and we are expecting that 70 would become a threshold for the crude oil prices.
Okay, this is for September and for 2025 for the entire year.
uh, I think for next 2 months, because in the terms of in the period of winter season, after you can say November and December, we are expecting some demand will be there due to the winter season, as we are expecting the market may trade between the tight range, but the winter season demand will escalate the prices
Go up.
in the month of November and December. But for the next 2 months, September and October, we are expecting the 70 would be the threshold.
Okay, so like you just mentioned, in August the prices fell sharply. If I'm correct, I think around 6 to 7%. Prices were down by 6 to 7%. So, uh, coming back to the supply and demand situation, how are you currently assessing the situation? I mean, is there supply? more, and demand is not being able to meet the current supplies, or is it vice versa? What is the current situation as far as demand and supply are concerned?
See, if you see that Russia is providing, or you can say offering us to $3-4 discount to import the crude from the Russia, and even China is also importing crude 2.5 million barrel per day from the Russia. So Russia is the biggest player right now to provide the supplies, and Russia is also pumping crude more. So that's why the supplies will remain on a high side. Demand is there from the in terms of India, from the India and the China, and from the other Europe. So that supplies are providing by the Russia, and also OPEC plus members is also providing the supply. That's why they are increasing their production. So right now the fight is that every nation who are producing the crude, now they are increase their market share. Here that fight is not for the price, but fight is to increase the market share, as
Market share.
US is, yeah, as US is also increasing their supplies, Russia is also increasing supplies, OPEC plus members also increasing supplies. So the here is the fight is to increase the market share. That's why every economy who are producing the crude, they are providing, they are supporting the supply, and even they are giving the discount to the consumers.
Okay. So I just read a report also that CLSA said that if India stops importing crude oil, the prices may jump up to $100 per barrel. But you don't see that happening because there is enough supply through the world.
Yes, definitely. See, if you check the example of India, exporting, importing 36% crude from the Russia itself. And if you see that Indian economy is, slowly shifting on the electric vehicles. So here, if you see that there are lots of EVs, companies are providing the EVs. So that's why in the consumer vehicle, we have seen a sharp decline in the crude oil demand. So demand is not a big concern right now. So we are not expecting that crude may test $100 or more than $100. In 2022, we saw that crude tested the high of $126 per barrel. And after that, we saw last 3 years continuously is correcting. And right now it is trading at $60 per, around $60 per barrel. So demand is not concerned. Demand is on a declining mode. And right now most companies, most vehicles are shifting on the electric vehicles. So not expecting so much demand is there. The main concern is the supplies, and supplies are increasing. So I am not expecting $100 per barrel in a coming time.
Okay. Given the current situation, what should traders do in near term, medium term, and long term? What
See
trades
for the
should they make?
See, for the trading side, I'm expecting that crude will remain in the range for between $55 per barrel to $70 per barrel. And if somebody wants to trade in crude oil, we are recommending sell on rise, because supplies is enough, and OPEC plus members are increasing the supply, and there is no geopolitical tension there, which generally impacted the crude oil prices. So trader will do a trading between $55 per barrel to $70 per barrel. For the longer perspective, I am expecting that crude maximum may test $80 per barrel. Whenever we saw any geopolitical tension, crude price will increase. But if the things remain same, no political tension, so no big demands, only the supply is there. So $70 will be a threshold for the prices, and we are expecting that market may trade between this range, and trader may go for sell on rise strategy.
So, like you said, that the prices have been coming down for the past 3 years since 2022. I just wanted to understand, has that impacted the volumes on MCX or probably the bigger exchanges like LME, COMEX, or Shanghai? I mean, what is the situation for in terms of volumes as far as crude oil contracts are concerned?
See, crude oil is a global commodity. After the gold, crude oil is the most tradable commodity, and I think as far as concerned that currently we are running between geopolitical tension, we are running between Trump tariffs, we are running between political uncertainty, and every economy is trying to pull down their inflation below 2%. US is also fighting to the pull down their inflation below 2%, and every economy wants to grow. They wants to increase their GDP, and the oil is only the product which helps to grow the GDP. So if you see, there is an example that India is the country which import maximum the crude oil prices, and if we are getting a lower or cheaper crude oil, then that will impact on our current account deficit. So every economy is fighting towards the crude oil prices. So I'm thinking that that will impact the positive for the crude oil, for the all economies, if crude oil prices are on a downside. So I'm not expecting so much negativity for the economic side, and expecting that due to this lower prices, economy will rise. And this is a product which impact on your currency, your interest rate, your equity market, and your bond market. So the crude oil is the
Yeah.
only product which impacted all the entire stuffs. So it is a most volatile product, and it is the most, if you ask me, what's the traders are like, traders are like to trade the volatility, and this is the product which has a volatility more than all the stuffs. So traders are like to trade in this segment, option traders like to trade in the segment, derivative traders are like to trade in segment, and even hedge funds are like to trade in the segment. And even this is a product which helps to hedge the inflation. It helps to hedge the uncertainty. It helps to hedge the economic environment. So I think this is a product which trading by all the community. So volume is good, volume is enough, and I think volume is increasing day by day, because people are like to trade in this commodity, and and even people are like to trade the volatility, and this is equivalent to the volatility and high with the high volatility segment.
Okay. So I also wanted to understand the interplay between the US dollar and Indian rupee. We've been seeing that rupee has been on a declining curve. It has been hitting new lows. So how is the interplay between uh, US dollar and rupee impacting the crude oil prices in India? I mean, are
See,
they supporting the prices on MCX, or is it the other way around?
as Indian rupees is weakening, so whenever we import anything from the US,
I think there is some disturbance. I think we've lost connection. There must be some issue with the connection. So we'll just wait for the person to log in again.
yes sir. See, if we calculate with the rupee term,
Okay,
yes.
please, sir. Please go ahead.
So if we calculate from the rupee term, whenever we import anything, and if rupee depreciate, so all the product which are importing from the other nations to India, that will become a the costlier. So as far as concerned that our rupee is depreciating against the dollar, it means all imported items which we import from the other nation will become a costlier. So that's why we have seen the prices of the crude oil in Indian terms become a costlier. But if you see that the other nations are giving us the discount, just like Russia is giving us the $4 or $5 kind of discount, so that will be a negligible as compared to the without discount. So definitely the rupee with a is a very big concern for the imported item. Just like we're importing crude, we're importing edible oils, we're importing gold, so that will become more costlier than the before. So the rupee weakness is playing a very big crucial role while importing any commodities.
But that would be helping the traders, I guess, because they
Yes,
would be
it will.
supporting.
Yes, it will provide a volatility. Basically, it will provide the volatility, and even this will provide the idea to traders or the big oil marketing companies to hedge their products, right? So dollar movement, rupee, Indian rupee dollar movement will provide also a sense ki where we are expecting the crude oil prices. If you see that in international market we are trading at $63 per barrel, but on MCX due to the rupee volatility it is trading at 56 to 5600. It means there is some difference due to the Indian rupee. So Indian rupees will also provide a sense that where the crude oil prices will headed, and also it will provide the traders to do the trading in the online exchanges.
Okay, so that brings us to the end of the session. So it was great having you with us. Please take care. We'll catch up again. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Thank you very much.